My name is Wolfgang Doering. I'm German. I'm CEO of a chemical plant here in the chemical cluster in Tarragona, which is the biggest chemical cluster in Spain, the fourth biggest in Europe. So I think we are producing resins, plastic resins, ABS, used in automotive, in appliances, and whatever. So I think we are based, coming from a Bayer heritage. I think we are founded 1975 with Bayer, so here in Spain. So I think we have 40 years, let's say, history as a manufacturing plant. So the point is, I think it's as my colleague said. I think there were some difficulties in 2004. As you know, I think it's even Bayer has, let's say, carved out a part of the chemical stressed acids. A part of this was, let's say, the global business that we are participating. They carved this out in Lanxess. They sold the business again. They sold the business again. So at the end, this site was sold 3 times. So goes to several hands since 2004. We had a forced carve out in 2012, coming from the European Commission. Due to a big joint venture, they have to place a remedy. That means to maintain, let's say, competition in the market. And this site was the Tarragona site was established as competition to the rest of the European competitors. That means I think this was standalone. This was a manufacturing plant. That means no sales organization, no administration, nothing. So I think we start in end of 2011 from scratch. So there was nothing. So beside of a manufacturing plant, so what we have to do is like a startup. So we have to say, we have to organize an organization, a strategy, and have to run it. What we can say today, we are running on roughly 170, 180 million euros. We are serving 43 countries. We have 180,000 tons capacity. So we are running in a very aggressive way this business model. Why? Because I think we are owned by a private equity. We have an American private equity owner. That means you can imagine private equity means delivering numbers. Delivering, let's say, whatever you say, you have to deliver this. Normally you have to deliver the number that you're saying. A little bit better is let's say, better. It's better for you, better for the organization. So what we made is, I think, from 2012, I think we have to start from scratch, which is we had no sales. That means I think we have today 180 million. You can imagine, I think we have to make a lot of things. We have more than 350 customers in 43 countries. So we have to, let's say, we have to establish a lot of things at the same time. We made this coming from, we used whatever is available in the market. So we used Lean, Kaizen, Six Sigma, whatever, everything what is available. We said without consultants, we have to say we don't use consultants. Mainly we use our management team, which is a young one. We fired to be honest, I think we have to fire all the old ones. This was one of the, because I think they don't want to change. This is the point. I think we have said we have to change. We have to make dramatic changes. We have to say out of the comfort zone. People don't want. They say we have made this and it doesn't work. We said, okay, come on, this will not work. We have to. So we take a lot of second line managers. We bring new people in, also not from Spain. So these people, I think it has to work together. It works pretty well. I think we are now, let's say, we have made 4 years extremely good profits and extremely grow fast. The only what we are missing is, and I think this is, let's say, this is the point where Nuno, let's say, come in, was we have a problem with the culture. Because I think if you change so fast and you change the organization so fast and you move processes so fast, because then if you come from a Bayer, in Bayer everything is fine, it's great, we are the biggest in the world and we do everything brilliant and I think everything is fine. But this is not the case. They don't know what they are doing and they don't know the numbers right. So when we say, okay, we forget all this, we want to know how big it is, how long it take and whatever. And this is, let's say, make it this. On the end, I think we have, let's say, trained our first and second line very heavily and they are very focused on it, what we are doing. But we lost shop floor. We have lost the shop floor. We have 250 people. And at the end we have, let's say, 1 or 2 lines which I think are contributing very much, very fast, very efficient, but we have lost the rest. The point is, I think they don't understand what we are saying and they don't understand what we are doing, because if they have achieved something, we say, this is good, but I think we have to go here. And if you achieve this, we go this way. And I think and they said, okay, they're totally crazy. I think whatever they say, we will do it, but I think we don't understand. And this is the point where we have discussed with Nuno and said, okay, we make cultural surveys. This is part of the American way of looking on this. How healthy is your organization? We make cultural surveys. So I think you have 70 questions to say from the left and right, and ask the questions in different ways, and asking the people how good they contribute, how they feel, and how they are motivated, and whatever. And at the end we get, okay, our first and second line has 90%. So 100 is perfect. So I think we have 90, 92, and we say, we are perfect. And then we go down in the organization, and there was then 20, 25. In some cases we had 6%. They have not even know what we are doing. And this is, let's say, this is a striking point to say, okay, we have, let's say, lost a lot of people there in the fast train which is out of the station. What we have to do is we have to bring them, let's say, back to the normal, let's say, that they can contribute. They know why they are doing this, and we think if they know what they are doing and contributing, then of course I think we will have a beneficial, and we have let's say, benefits out of this. At the end we want to be faster, greater. We want to make more profitability. This is private equity. I think this is how it works. So this is what we want. And with Nuno was, I think, okay, he said, okay, I have, let's say, a methodology that can give us, let's say, the opportunity, whatever, to, let's say, to embrace all them, and, let's say, bring them a little bit on speed and bring everybody to the same story. And I think this is, so we started. The start is, I think the start is a little bit, I think it's good for us, to be honest. I think we made a good, let's say, we made 5 or 6 workshops with the senior team, which is really helpful. Why? Because at the end of the day, if you talk to all your seniors, and if you're to directors or whatever, if you talk to them, everybody has a different opinion about the strategy that you have. Even if you talk to everybody, you say, okay, you have said this 15 times, 20 times, whatever you meet, you say, this is what we want. And if they have to write it down and they have to make a piece of paper, Nuno said, I think this doesn't fit. And you say, oh shit, I think it's what we have made. So we discussed it 50 times why you are saying this now. So there's a different interpretation, there's a different meaning behind this, or there's a different way to do it. So what you have to do is you harmonize, let's say, in the first group of this, we harmonize, let's say, the objectives. We have to say, okay, where we are, where we want to be, what is our vision that we have. But on facts, what we have to say, we have to put facts on this. This is not like whatever to say, what is my mission? I think forget this. I think this is, for private equity, is totally senseless. Yeah. At the end, we want to see numbers. We want to see what is my number today 5? Can it be 7? Can it be next year 10? Can it be 15? This is what we want. And I think this is what we made. We're looking a little bit on this and say, okay, where's my strategy? Who is contributing, and what is his part that he contribute? And this is what we are at the moment, let's say, elaborating with the teams, with our senior team. And if we have done this, and this is where we are today, I think we are let's say finalizing at the moment the process to say, okay, this is now, let's say, all the data set that we have. This is now, everybody has common sense, everybody has agreed on this, and everybody says, yes, this is what we want to have this year, next 5 years. Then we go down and try to, let's say, to embrace or to entitle or to whatever, to engage the next levels. So we are fine in 2 levels. This is what I have to say. I think we are fine to group managers, whatever. We are fine with this, but the rest is totally lost. And this is, let's say, we have to find then the method how we do this. I think we have not discussed it in detail yet. So this is, let's say, the way that this is what we are missing today in this process. This is why I cannot tell you how successful we are with this. In the first step, I think this is a very good method, and I think this is, let's say, it makes the management team very focused on that, what they have to deliver. What is the objective of the team? What is the objective of the company? Is so that everybody knows exactly, okay, this is now common sense. There is no, yeah, but if and whatever, and I think this is a little, no, it's not. This is what it is. You elaborate also a document, which is important for us. I think for me it's important to have a document. I have a document. I think he let's say tries to, let's say, maintain a document. This is for me important, a canvas or whatever, to say, okay, look, you've seen this. This is agreed. This is what we have agreed. This is the line. Look on this. You can read it again, and this is important. I think this is important to engage, and it is important to, let's say, to streamline also the organization. and to focus the organization on the objectives that you have. And I think this is where we are. I think it's a very powerful tool up to now, because I'm not knowing now that I think we are missing, let's say, the hard work for us for buyer organization comes now, because I think now we have to find the people. Now we have to find the people who are, let's say, bored or not, or I don't know what. I think they only working from 8 to 5 and going home and feel not engaged. They not even know which name we have. I think because we changed the name several times. So they say, I don't care, because I think some people running in the past with buyer shirts. And I said, why he has a buyer shirt? Yeah, this is still a buyer shirt. I think it looks well. And come on, buy him a new one. And we say, buy him a new one. That we have a new logo here. We have a different name. So we have to change. All these tiny things are important. And I think we underestimate, perhaps, let's say, this type of engagement. And this is what we have to do. And I think this is our job. And I think Nuno helped us on this. And I think it's a good process. But I think now we are we're waiting on the next stage. So for us, it's an exciting journey. And I think at the end, I believe that we even get economic benefits. And I think this is not the original plan. But at the end, I think we will. I think it's also what the data shows. You have economic benefits out of this, because if you streamline the organization and everybody has the same objective, at the end you will get something out of this, and it will have some money. And this is, let's say, important. Let's say for my shareholder, and and I think this is, let's say, the story that we have so far.
Thank you.